All right, and we are live once more. Let's try this again. It is Tuesday, March 16th. Time's 4:22 p.m. and the temperature right now is about 2 degrees Celsius. That is the Barbara from Library and Recreation Center. I had just tried starting a live stream and I was about a little over a minute into it. And we already had a whole lot of people in the chat. And the damn thing died. I blame the software. You'll notice some of the other live streamers that do this have had similar issues with this software lately. So that's just something that'll happen from time to time. It didn't seem to be a connection problem. But I did see Jeanette jump into the chat, and I know she's a fan of libraries. And I had recorded a sign that said a library was this way on the video I plan on posting tomorrow on Johnny Strides. I don't know why I'm my channel. You guys obviously know what it is. And I didn't come down and take a look at the library, so I thought I'd better come here and start this stream from right next to the library. So here we go. There you go, Jeanette. Glad you made it back. Dean's vlog says, gold afternoon. Johnny, good afternoon. Enjoyed the apartment tour. Yes, I posted the long-awaited tour of my apartment on my Johnny Stumbles channel this morning. I didn't do anything yesterday. I didn't record any videos. Sorry. Midge Adams says, I have the wrong date on the name. I didn't post what date does it say on my title here? I didn't post any videos or do anything yesterday. So, oh, it says March 13th. Okay, let me fix that. Okay, I've fixed the date. Thanks for pointing that out. I had it correctly the first time, but when I restarted the stream, it said 13. I didn't spend too much time restarting all the settings and everything, so whoops. I'm not known for being perfect anyways. Who the heck wants to live in a world where everyone's perfect? That's just lame. So yeah, if you go to my Johnny Stumbles channel, oh, I think we're getting all the old Streamlabs alerts again. I might have to turn those off. You can see a tour of my apartment. I didn't do anything yesterday. I didn't film. I'm going to turn these Streamlabs alerts off. So since I did absolutely nothing yesterday, that's the reason why the video I posted today is a subway video. That was supposed to go on the Stumbles channel, but I decided not to make a video yesterday, so I uploaded that to this channel. And then I made a new video for that channel that was just a quick and easy apartment tour. It took me all of 12 minutes and zero planning. I wish all the videos were that easy. Some people complaining that I'm too aggressive with my Alexa. Guys, Alexa is not a real person. If you're ever going to have an abusive relationship with someone, why not Alexa? Hello, Olivia. So this is Bathurst Street. So in the video I just recorded, I actually started at York Mill Station and I got on the bus and I rode the bus to Little Manila at Bathurst and Wilson. So I think that will be a video for this or for my other channel. And then I recorded a walk from Bathurst and Wilson down to Bathurst and Lawrence. So that'll be tomorrow's video. So this video will be pretty much me walking home from here. So we'll head south down Bathurst for a few blocks, and then I think maybe I'll walk along Glencairn and some of the rather nice residential streets in the area. There's still plenty of daylight. Let's take a quick look at this plaza. It's not too often we walk around plazas. Hello, Peter Stock. Lolly Cakes. So this is what I've been up to today. Just recording those 2 videos before this one. Charlie wishing a good weekend. It's only Tuesday. Here's the Lickbo in the area, LCBO. I say Lickbo. Slot Ranger, here's Geese. This is traditionally a Jewish area. So you sort of see that influence in a lot of the establishments along Bathurst Street. There's also a heavy Filipino-Canadian population along Bathurst around this area. But visually, it's not the most interesting area. And these kind of blah gray skies aren't really helping that case. But in a day like this, it's a good time to get out and explore some different areas. There's a big supermarket and a Winners that's way bigger than the Winners near my neighborhood at Yonge Eglinton. Oh, Marie, hello in Paris. I just watched Midnight in Paris the other night. Hello, Brad Palmer. There's the people queuing up to get into the metro. Franco, greetings. A shoe company and a Shoppers. So we're gonna head down to Lawrence here, and then I will head south, maybe to Glencairn. Tara says that metro is great for Passover Cedar. Charlie, no, we are up in North York. Although it won't be long till I'm in what used to be just Toronto before the mega city. Of course, it's all Toronto right now. Thank you, Arumsa. So there's a little walk through Lawrence Plaza, and this is Lawrence Avenue West. This is not a street I'm particularly keen on making videos of, just because I don't really want to put you guys to sleep. It's kind of the epitome of boring. Oh, it's pronounced said-der. Thank you, Robert. Jenny says, I missed the crossing guard. Oh, I said thank you to a crossing guard in the video I'll post tomorrow. Yes, Little Manila is not too far from the north of here. That's where I started the video that will appear in this channel tomorrow morning. So let's head to Bathurst. Chris says I miss extra legs. It's a little bit windy today, so sorry. I'm once again using my phone without the external mic, which is better at handling the wind. Susan says I didn't want to show the view off my balcony in daylight, just because it'll be a little too easy for people to pick out where exactly I live. You could probably get the exact unit down if you're familiar with Toronto and you saw the view off my balcony. So I just kind of stuck to the view that I gave you guys. There's a view north up Bathurst. Although Ken Continuum actually made a video where he walks right into his apartment. I thought that was a little ballsy of him. He's recorded to his apartment a few times, but I don't mind people knowing the area I live. Jenny says, I think you need a bigger TV. I do. I'm a big proponent of buy the biggest TV that'll fit through your front door. And if you look at THX recommended guidelines, On a 65-inch TV, if you're looking at 4K material, you could sit, I think, about 5 feet from it for optimal viewing experience. So sitting too close is not really a concern. Hello, Scott. Just waiting here. There I am. I'm heavy sweater, long sleeve t-shirt. We've got all the layers on. Devin, I used to have a projector when I lived in Korea. I had a projection screen on my wall, and then when I changed apartments, I just painted my wall with a paint that was supposed to be good for projectors, but when I moved back to Canada, I kind of switched to using TVs again. That guy should not be on the sidewalk on his bike. Although this part of Toronto is a little bit hairy to ride on the streets. This is what I'll do. I'll do a ride down Bathurst from up here. I think I did this last year. But maybe I'll take Bathurst and Lawrence all the way down to the lake. That might be a neat ride. So this is Shelbourne Avenue. Alright, I'm going to try to put my Streamlabs alerts back on. Hopefully they're not going haywire. Hello, Vivian Johnson. Charlie says it's supposed to rain. Well, if it rains heavily, I'll just hop on a bus and head home. We're kind of heading in that direction anyways. Hello, Jennifer. Alex confirming I thought I did this bike ride, but I'll do it again. That's the good thing. A new year, I get to do all the same videos all over again. Hopefully no one will pick up on that. There goes the number 7 bus. That thing will be slinking its way up to Steeles. Oh, it looks like my Streamlabs alerts are still all kooky. So you take that bus from Bathurst and Bloor. When you go south of Bathurst, it'll be the streetcar. What am I doing for St. Paddy's Day? There's not a whole lot to do. Hello, Abdo. Funny Dog, $5 for some green hooch. Thank you, Funny Dog. Hello, Harjot. Susan should buy a spicy beef patty for St. Paddy's Day. I saw yesterday that Action Kid is back in New York City. I didn't really catch his stream, but that's pretty cool. Maybe that guy will come up to Toronto at some point. He seems to be into the traveling thing. This is Frontenac Avenue. Why is March so cold? It's technically still winter right now, and we did have some really warm weather last week. This is a high school? Could have fooled me. The girl in the car waved. Oh, I missed that. Sorry guys, I'm usually looking straight ahead rather than around. I don't want to walk into anyone or anything. So this is Shelbourne Avenue. And almost all of the residential streets in this neighborhood look exactly like this. They're all kind of these same mini McMansion cookie cutter style buildings. This is typical Toronto architecture, for better or worse these days. I was thinking of doing some residential street tours around here, but I don't really find it that interesting relative to, say, Lawrence Park or Forest Hill. Everyone just kind of bought one of the same 5 houses. Do you watch basketball? This year I haven't been. Forest Hill on the left? No, we are too far north for Forest Hill. Forest Hill North is a bit south of here. Matthew, I have not. Here is Coldstream Avenue. It's kind of a blah looking day. Gray sky, not a whole lot going on. Johnny knows 2 Kens. Oh yes, Action Kid is Ken. And Ken Continuum is Ken. Slot Ranger, $5. All houses I see are made of brick. Where are the brick factories? And old ones, can you go buy them? Yes, we'll do some residential streets on this walk. Thank you very much for the super chat, by the way. And there's the Don Valley Brickworks. That is originally where this area sourced most of its bricks. My favorite residential area? I'm kind of partial to Forest Hill, around St. Clair and Rosedale, just because they're close to interesting neighborhoods and they have a lot of unique older homes. Here's Glengrove Avenue. Ooh, look at that house. That's kind of funky. Dark Slayer says I deserve to get 1,000 plus viewers like Action Kid. I used to get that back in the winter around Christmas, but there's been a bit of a dip in traffic. I can't even see how many viewers we have right now. I'm stuck at 72 on my counter. This doesn't look like an official Hermes store, or Hermes, as I like to call it. Thanks for the number of viewers, guys. George, we are Toronto and Peel are in the gray zone. The rest of the GTA is in the red zone. Although it looks very much like we will be joining the rest of the GTA in the red zone on Monday. This part of Toronto looks like Queens. I have never heard someone say that before. And here is Glencairn. And I don't think there's a whole lot interesting south of Bloor towards Eglinton. It's all kind of nothing. So maybe I'll turn down Glencairn and then we'll wander through some of the residential streets in this area. Kohana asks if I'm going back to Mimico. Yes, I need to do a regular video through Mimico. We did a live stream that sort of went through there last week. Jacob's Repair Services. So here is Glencairn. Chuck Diamond says it does look like Queens. Alright, I guess I don't know Queens. If you turn right here, this will take you over to Glencairn subway station. For some reason, Glencairn has a subway station. I don't really know why. It's not very well used. And it's in between two much larger, busier stations in Lawrence and Eglinton, and there's no Glencairn station on the Yonge line. So why is there one on the university side? So if you go south down here, this will take you eventually to Eglinton, but there's not a whole lot to see. So I think we'll go do some residential exploring, and I'll make my way over to Avenue Road. Then maybe I'll take that down to Eglinton West. So we're gonna walk by some fancy schmancy houses right now. If you saw my apartment tour, you know that I do not live in one of these places. I did do a live stream, I think in October, where I came down this way and I went all the way across Glencairn. Let's not do that again for the sake of being a little different. Hello, Tech Needs Tea. XX Darkslayer will be back downtown at some point. The Walking Man dude says maybe you should take that to Eglinton West and then meet the fancy schmancy Walking Man dude. Walking Man dude. Look at that hair. This is a nightmare. If you can prove that you're in that area, I will go meet you. And if you saw my apartment tour, you know I have a whole shelf full of gimbals for you. IO asking how much is my rent? It's a little under $1,100 a month, including utilities. So let me find, I don't really think these things through here. Let me find a better route through this neck of the woods here. Where do I want to turn right on one of these streets. Okay, let's turn right on the next one. If I turn right here, this will take me back to Bathurst. So we are looking at fancy schmancy houses. IO. They are, but I think my apartment would be considerably more than that right now. I'm not really giving out my specific building details. There's a nice home, so I'm going across the street right now and hope I don't get run over by somebody's chauffeur. But what I'll do is I'll turn right on this next street and we'll go through some uncovered territory before. And I'll kind of weave my way over to Avenue Road. You just made a Johnny Strides cover. What does that even mean? If you can post a link to that in the comments of this video. Funny Dog says he thinks my place would go for $1,500 and $1,600. Yeah, I saw a brand new apartment, or a recently renovated apartment 2 years ago in my building. So rather than carpet, they put in laminate floors, all new appliances. It looked pretty much like a new condo. And they were asking for $1,475, and that was 2 years ago. So I would imagine it's even more than that now. So this is Alexandra Wood. Let's go down Alexandra Wood because we've already walked down Glencairn in the past. I'm just looking at my phone here. Walking Man Dude, my offer still stands. Also, if you play your cards right, I will gimbal for Christmas. You know you're in a fancy neighborhood when they don't even have sidewalks. Boo earns on this. What is this shite? Okay, do I want to keep going south here or do I want to turn left? I don't really know. Wow, look at this house. These are all $4 or $5 million homes for sure. And look at this thing. Jack says this would be a lot nicer in the summer, probably. But we don't have the luxury of being here in the summer. Let me pull out my maps here. Okay, I'm gonna keep going south here. This is clearly a very affluent neighborhood. There ain't no walking YouTubers living around here, at least not in the basements. Look at this thing. This looks like a friggin' postcard. How cute is that house? No, this is Lawrence Park South. I did a live stream through, or Lawrence Park Manor? No, Lawrence Park, the manor was on the other side of Bathurst. I don't know. This house is like a frickin' museum. No, that is something you will notice in the more upscale residential parts of the city. No sidewalks. They're not too friendly. Ooh, this is really classy. I like the white brick look. Susan says these are not worth $5 million. You could fit 999,999 walking man dudes in these houses, says the walking man dude. Look at this thing. Yeah, most of these were small homes at some point. All right, I want to turn left here on Lytton Boulevard, but I see this row of monster homes right here. Susan says that's a Sims 2 house. So this is sort of the northern end, I guess, of Forest Hill. We're just gonna go down a block and turn around, and then I'm gonna walk across Lytton. All right, I'm gonna try putting my Streamlabs alert on. Omar, I've been to Mississauga. I grew up there. I just don't find the suburbs all that interesting, but I will go back at some point. Dylan Reynolds is here. Let me try putting Streamlabs back on. There we go. Some gorgeous old homes. What street is this? Let me just take a look at my maps here and see if this will lead me out of here. Okay, let's go up this street here, whatever it's called, and I can take this over to Lytton. Dylan Reynolds needs to get a phone and gimbal to start streaming. Dylan Reynolds, you're going to stream? It's kind of interesting, Dylan. I will spread the word. We'll try to get you a big audience. How far is this from downtown? It's not that far, actually. I don't know if we're actually in Forest Hill North yet. No sidewalks because the neighborhood doesn't want stragglers walking by. Well, they've got some jerkface with a camera live streaming their neighborhood. You'll follow Dylan if I do my Dylan Reynolds impersonation. Hey guys, it's me, Dylan. I'm gonna start streaming soon. Unfortunately, it'll be in Pickering. Look at this. This house. I'm digging this house. I don't want to pay their gardener's bill, but look at this. That Range Rover is your dream car. Maybe someday I can buy one of these homes. Probably not. Not really, Jenny. I watched that stupid show on Netflix called like Mortgage or Wedding. I watched the first episode of that, and I don't think I'll watch the rest of that. It was pretty stupid. Someone's gonna chime in and say, I love that show. How dare you say that's bad? You should come to Lansdowne and Bloor. We were streaming around there not too long ago. Okay, I see more old, gorgeous homes down there. But I don't see, or I do see a sidewalk. Let me pull out my old map again. Can I still connect over to Lytton here? Yeah, we can do, okay, I see some nice old homes, so we can do one more block this way, and then I'll head up to Lytton. This home here is sort of the classic Toronto rebuild style. Abdo says we have some live proposal. I am not open to marriage proposals via chat. Sorry about that. At least have a cute profile picture to be considered. Hard for people living here without a car. Yeah, you're kind of in between Avenue and Bathurst. I would imagine if you were hired help you'd have some kind of Lyft or Uber allowance. Funny dog in the house still. We'll see if we can find a for sale sign, Funny Dog, and play the guessing game. Where are the fancy cars? That's a good question. All parked in front of their Yorkville condos, maybe? There's a lot of Teslas in this area, though. Brett B, $5. Thank you, Brett B. Thank you very much. Kensington Cisco says, what a crap day for a walk. I don't know. I don't mind being out here. It's a bit cool. The skies are gray, but could be worse. I just chose not to shoot a more urban area just because this is the kind of day that begs for going off the beaten path a little bit. Tom Bikes, I agree. We did a Lawrence Park stream not too long ago. Ooh, here we have one under development. But thank you again for that super chat, Brett. Here's a new development waiting to happen. Johnny Strides, do you listen to the CBC? I listened to the CBC that morning that I was on. And despite hearing the name of the host a million times, I still got her name wrong as soon as I went on. Thank you, Brett B. Neighborhood needs a Mustang with straight pipes. Okay, let's head up to Lytton now, and I'll take that over to... We'll take that over to Avenue. I like this little house. Wedged on the corner. You know, cutesy like that. We'll definitely be doing more residential walks like this once spring hits. And we start to see more green. Someone's asking me what equipment I use. I put the equipment in the description, but this is a Galaxy S20 FE. Tara has a migraine. Can you buy a house, then tear it down? I think that's what a lot of people do. I think a lot of the realtors in this area can hook you up with contractors who will get that permit process all sorted. Alex says there's no mods in the chat yet. Yeah, I'll do, if I see anything super inappropriate, I'll banish people myself. Jeanette, $30 just because you are awesome. Thank you, Jeanette. And I saw on your Instagram that you got your shot the other day. Congratulations on that. So congrats, Jeanette. So this is Lytton. This is a very, very nice street, and you can take this all the way over to Yonge Street. But maybe we'll just go to Avenue Road here. But thank you again, Jeanette. Dylan said, it looks like the third wave is upon us. There's some debate about that. A Medic's Mind, $10. Just mailed the book off 2 minutes ago. Thank you, A Medic's Mind. He wrote a book and offered to send me a copy. So I look forward to digging through that. And once I get the book, I will show it off on a live stream on my Johnny Stumbles channel. Maybe I'll have read some of it by then and I'll give some impressions, but thank you very much. And of course, thank you for your $100 super chat about a week ago as I was walking down near the Humber Bay shores. So this here is Lytton. Man, it feels like we're in England or something. Especially with a house like that and a sky like that. $533 people watching. Thank you. I can't see that anymore. Why do people put flags out? There's not too many flags out. If you're in a neighborhood like this in the States, you would see a lot more flags. Would you rather choose a penthouse downtown or one of these? I think I would choose the penthouse. Although I hate the idea of paying maintenance fees. The Walking Man Dude says, but there's no lanterns. Where did you film that, Walking Man Dude? I played that video on my Stumbles channel the other night. Where I was victorious. Should I make Walking Man Dude a mod? Do we trust him? Can you trust a man who refuses to use a gimbal? Good afternoon, Michael Gray and Tom Tim Tung. Tom Kearney says 10 million, 10.9 million for what number? For 103 Lytton. So this is 285. So that must be all the way by Yonge Street. Brett B says we need to see more Canadian flags. Yeah, I think it would be neat to see a little more civic and national pride. Kensington Cisco, $5. Happy St. Paddy's Day tomorrow. Here's a $5 for a Guinness or anything frothy, lad. Thank you, Kensington Cisco. I'll be sure to have a stout tomorrow. Maybe not a Guinness, but it'll be a stout. Annette, Toronto is still in the gray zone. And we've got these gray-ass skies. So guys, we are approaching Avenue Road. Do you want me to walk south down Avenue to Eglinton, or do you want to stick to the residential? Let me know. More residential, or do you want to hit main streets? Avenue Road or residential? Let me know. I don't really have a plan for this. $243 Lytton is $2 million. We should be right around $243. $255. We'll be coming right up on that. Melanie says Avenue. Brett says Resi. Amplification. Residential. 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 More houses. All right. Looks like Kohannes' main streets. Slot Ranger says stay. We see downtown a lot. Funny dog. I agree. All right. Vivian Johnson has spoken. We will do residential, but I will eventually end up on Yonge Street. and then I'll just walk down to my home. Here's one, $251. So apparently 243 sold for, or is up for $2 million. Computer internet, $5. Thank you, computer internet. 243B, it's half a house. It looks like it. I think this is it here. How old are these homes? They're anywhere from 100 years to brand new. There's the $2 million half a house. Could you walk in and around the annex? I did a live stream that went down Bedford Road the other day. But as the annex is one of my favorite neighborhoods, I will absolutely be there. And if I did stay on Avenue Road, for a main street, it's not all that interesting. So we will head over to Lytton. We'll stick to the majority vote here and go with the residential. Oh man, I didn't press the button. I'm gonna let this car turn here. I don't have the walk sign. That's because it's one of these stupid intersections where if you don't press the button, it won't let you walk. But Avenue Road is just pretty blah all the way to Eglinton. Here's Lytton Park. I think there's a lawn bowling club on the other side of this. All Star says, can you come for a tour? We will do a fan meetup at some point. There's still limits to the size of groups that can meet. So not until, I don't know how many people will come out, but not until we are well over 50 people are allowed to get together that I will do any type of meetup. At this point, I think we're all super tired and fatigued of these restrictions, but we still need to follow the rules in place. So I don't really feel like live streaming some type of big get-together that's against provincial rules. So yeah, probably it won't be until the fall where they fully lift that. So I think this lawn bowling club is just down here. Susan says this is where teens smoke pot. There's a tennis court. Well, they're saying that the aim is for everyone in the province to get one shot by June. So I would say if you take that date and add 2 weeks from everyone getting their first shot, that would be the earliest we see anything that resembles a full lifting of restrictions. Jelly be gone. $10 trying out my new Samsung S21. All right, congrats on the sexy new phone, Team Samsung. Good choice. Thanks for the $10. And Peter Stock, $5. Beautiful area in Holmes. Thank you, Peter Stock. It's very much appreciated from both of you. Here's where the fancy schmancy rich people play. A lot of these places you pay like $15,000, $20,000 and you get a lifetime membership. The Boulevard Club down on Lakeshore is $19,000 for a lifetime membership. But they do not have their nets up. I'm expecting to see some people drinking champagne and consuming some caviar, doing some lawn bowling. Perhaps the walking man dude will be spinning around like crazy at some point. This is the North Toronto lawn bowling and croquet. Croquet, I love me some croquet. All right, guys, I'm gonna start a GoFundMe to get me a croquet membership. How cool would that be? What are you doing this afternoon? I'm gonna go play some croquet at the club. Maybe they have croquinoli in their lobby as well. Washroom closed for the season. Is this a public washroom anyway? Am I even allowed to be down here? Seems very... kind of fancy. Jenny K, $10 through Super Chat. Or is that just a an old alert that popped up? Johnny Strides, what are you having for dinner tonight? We are, we don't know. We don't know. All right, let's head back up to the homes. Bevy YHZ is here. Greetings, Bevy YHZ. Quick question, Center Island open yet? I think it's open. Jack's making pancakes. Someone gave me heck for ordering pancakes for breakfast. I was like, geez, sorry for supporting a struggling local restaurant that's not allowed to open up and serve people. The nerve of me ordering pancakes for breakfast through delivery. All right, let me just pull out my map here. My Streamlabs is going nuts again. I'm going to turn that off. Where am I exactly? Let's go up this street because I have not been up this street before. Did you get maple syrup on your keyboard? No. Kartik, people had a problem that I ordered pancakes for breakfast. $200 per season. That's very reasonable, Tom. Does it come with friends you can play with? Midnight Express. $5. Hello from Ottawa. Thank you, Midnight Express. This is Alexandra Boulevard. Disciple of Olay. I think most of us here are probably right along with you in not being able to afford here. It's kind of windy. I'm sure my hair looks pretty stupid right now. Are you sure Dylan Reynolds is not my son? Yes, 17 years and 9 months ago, I was having a very drunk night in Pickering. So we have a mix of sort of newer style homes, really old homes, and then you have the renovated old homes. Drunk night in Pickering, anything can happen. They should make that a movie. Let's cross over to the other side here. You wouldn't want me to be sober in Pickering. I think we're going to head back to Lytton. I think it's a bit more nicer and interesting in these homes, and I think that's Yonge Street way off in the distance. Anyone want some chairs? Rachel McAdams is from Forest Hill. I do need a haircut. And if they announce on Friday that we can get haircuts in the city on Monday, I will do that. Perhaps what I'll do if I can't get an appointment is I'll do one of those $13 Chinatown haircuts. And maybe I'll ask the person if I could give them an extra 20 bucks or something to help them out, if I can leave the camera set up and record the haircut and put that on the Stumbles channel. Ooh, look at us. We have a Porsche Cayenne and a Yukon. What's the matter with you people? You couldn't afford the Escalade? You've got the $6 million house and the Porsche, but you went with the Yukon. You ran out of money at the dealership. What do you have that's like an Escalade, but not as good and less expensive? Just kidding. I don't really know what the hell I'm talking about. Not even a Denali. Susan, I think if there's a language barrier at one of those Chinese hair places, that kind of adds to the fun. I don't mind getting butchered. If they do a bad job, I'll just go get another haircut. I think putting some money towards local salons will be a worthy endeavor. Jeanette, $10 going to drive home from work. Have a great evening, Johnny and friends. Thank you, Jeanette. Thank you very much. Drive safe, Jeanette. And again, congrats on getting your first shot. One step towards normalcy for you. Let's go down Heather Street and I'll take this to Lytton, which should be just south of here. Johnny, get a mohawk. Danito says TP over team. I will start issuing lifetime bans if any more of that nonsense goes on. If you watched the apartment tour on my Stumbles channel today, you will learn the correct way to set your toilet paper. Yes, you can do it wrong. So I think a lot of people consider this to be the nicest street in this area. This is Lytton Boulevard. But I did stream down it, albeit on my old phone, about 3-4 months ago. That's why I thought we'd take a little different route. Barbara, we started on Glencairn. And I did a Glencairn from Bathurst to Avenue before. Maroof likes the corner homes more than being stuck on the middle, even if it's detached. I think you get traffic on two sides if you're on the corner. And you often don't get an enclosed backyard because one side runs along the street, so I think there's definite trade-offs. Do a path walk. Yeah, we'll go back to the path at some point. I've done a number of walks through there. Dylan Reynolds has always asked me to do a path walk. Usually when I post a new video, within 2 seconds there'll be a comment from Dylan saying, Hey man, do a path walk. And there's a person walking behind me on the sidewalk who just heard me say that, and they probably think I'm an idiot. They would be correct. Tara dislikes corners. So we are at Duplex Avenue. This is a good parallel street. A lot of people, when I make comments about how dangerous and stupid it is to ride your bike on the sidewalk, and you shouldn't do that if you're an adult, a lot of people will say it's too dangerous, and where else are they supposed to ride? Well, plan a better route. You can always take a side street like this. Duplex runs parallel to Yonge Street, and you can take this from north of Lawrence all the way down to Davisville. So if you're too chicken to ride on Yonge, not that there's anything wrong with that. If you don't feel safe, you don't feel safe, but don't ride your bike on the sidewalk and make it everyone else's problem. Just find a street like this and ride down here. There's all kinds of alternative routes all over Toronto. That's the end of my little rant. And Duplex itself is a pretty nice street. Today's rant brought to you by LOL, says Jenny. Yes, it's not a Johnny stream without a rant. I'm tired of picking on you sidewalk or toilet paper over people. It's actually illegal if you're over 14 to ride your bike on the sidewalk in the city of Toronto. And I've mentioned it before, but I'll never forget the time I saw someone, there's a little old lady with a walker, walking her dog, and some idiot barreled right at her on the sidewalk and basically forced her out of the way. What about, I don't really know about skateboards on sidewalks. If the person's under control, they're a lot narrower than a bicycle. So I don't, and they can always just stop and hop off at any time. So I don't really mind that so much if they're in control. You can agree or disagree with that. O'Brien wants to hear sirens and car horns. All right. Well, we are at Yonge. Can we rant about dog crap on the sidewalk? Oh, if you're a dog owner, you best just be cleaning up in public. Thank you, Donna. All right, let me pull out my maps here. It's a little earlier than I thought. Let's see. Sorry guys, I'm not looking at the chat right now. Okay, we're gonna take a little residential detour, and then I'm gonna come back to Yonge Street. I've never been down this way before, so I'm gonna walk down Blythewood Road, and then I'm gonna loop back to Yonge. So here is Yonge in Midtown Toronto. I live just to the south of here. All right, we can cross. Dylan Reynolds has never been to Midtown. Here is Sporting Life, freshly open. There's a look at the Midtown skyline. The other Sporting Life that was just to the south of here closed down and merged into this sporting life. So we're going to do a little loop of this residential area. I'm going to go straight, and then I'm going to go right. Then I'm going to loop back to Yonge Street, and we'll finish up with a little bit of a urban stroll. I think I did one cycling video that went along here before. Just to the north of here is the very wealthy Lawrence Park neighborhood. Tom Kearney says C'est Bon is good Chinese food. They used to have another location just south of Yonge Eglinton. Have you ever considered buying an e-bike? I did. And I even had a sponsorship offer where someone was offering to send me an e-scooter. And I was like, how about an e-bike? And they said their distributor wouldn't let them do that. And they wanted me to give a very glowing review of the e-scooter. So I just said, screw that. I'm not making a fake review video. I don't really care if it's free or if it's good, so that's pretty much that. I decided not to buy the e-bike myself, but perhaps we'll get one at some point. I'm kind of happy on my single speed. Look at these homes. Look how unique these are. You've got that nice little balcony spot up top. Olga, $10. Thank you, Olga. These are really cute and really unique. Daryl S says he can do that review. Yeah, most of the quote-unquote sponsorship offers are people offering me to send me some $50 piece of crap, and then I have to make a video on this channel giving a positive review of it. Like, what the hell is that? I accepted that gimbal from that company because they didn't have any such requirements over my head. They just said, we want to send you a gimbal. And I said, okay. And that was that. I have still yet to use that gimbal out in the wild. But I appreciate that they weren't trying to shake a glowing review out of me. Maybe these people don't know, but I'm pretty transparent. When stuff like that happens, I will talk about it. I don't mind sharing the inner workings of this stuff with you guys. But a lot of times when you see reviews, and it's smaller YouTubers like me, people with like 50,000 subs, and they're reviewing products and it's a good review, like 95% of the time, they were basically bought and told to do that. Johnny Tinder. So the homes over here are definitely older and smaller. 180 Blythewood for $2.2 million. I don't think I've seen any for sale signs, have I? But this is going to take us back to Yonge. Have you toured Pine Crescent in the beaches? Not on this channel. There is a, I think it's called Illuminosity Festival going on along the beaches. So I'm thinking of Friday night doing a video there, and then I'll do a live stream. Do you like walking with a cannabis buzz? I haven't recorded a video on this channel other than that one I did on, or that live stream I did on my other channel where I was properly high. I think this house is really, really cute. Someone should put that in a movie. Sheldrake Boulevard. All right, let's take this back to Yonge. And then we'll just walk south. And that'll be that. Cookie Sniper, $7.99. Panzerotti Fund plus a Coke. You should know that I'm a Diet Pepsi drinker. Someone pointed out that I had been stashing Diet Root Beer in my fridge in that video I posted today. I live in this neighborhood like 10 minutes from here by foot, and I have never been here. Look at this. This little street here has no exit. You never would have guessed I didn't have a soul, but anyways, thank you very much for that super chat, Cookie Sniper. Even though I'm a Diet Pepsi drinker, I'm not one of those people that will moan and complain if it's a Coke restaurant. I don't really care that much. Look at this. This is an old church that has been converted into a loft. And there's no way this isn't filthy expensive to live here. That is absolutely stunning. You currently have 210 likes and 0 dislikes. Thank you. Man. That little house I passed would be a good spot. This would be. I would love to live here. And some of these have really neat little outdoor patios, and there's some balcony spaces up top. Whoever did this loft conversion, at least on the exterior, gets an A++ in my book. Looks more like a synagogue. I don't really know the difference between one religious building and another. Is that a house or apartments? These would be owned by or condo corps. So I'm almost certain these would not be managed rental buildings. Tom Kearney says they're townhouses. Well, I'm pretty sure they'd be condo townhomes. Would you classify these as townhouses? They seem to have a front entrance here. Probably a nun's house. Oh, I can't really walk around the side here. Private property. Well, I'm glad I came this way. I did not know this was here, and I live in the area. But this is how you preserve old buildings and do them justice. This is a pretty stunning development, if you ask me. Can you get around back? No, I cannot. Dylan Reynolds cannot wait for active TO. I will be out and recording some bike rides once active TO is back. I'm looking forward to that. Oh, I got a message rolling in on my phone. There's a resident coming in that other side. Donna, Mount Pleasant is very nice. I had an idea with Ken to do like Mount Pleasant Cemetery on a Halloween. But we decided against that, and all the cemeteries are actually closed at night. Go front door. Oh, that was some nice loft conversions or condo townhomes. O'Brien likes it only in October. Apparently Lakeshore Boulevard West will not be a route. That's unfortunate. That was a really... And you know, Lakeshore is so wide, they can easily just cut it in half and have half as active TO and half as the normal route. How come you talk so much more about Ken than my walk around guy? He needs some love too. Yeah, my walk around's been doing this for a long time, but I've actually met Ken and we talk back and forth, and I've had him on a live stream. But yeah, my walk around and Ken were doing this along with Torontopia before I was doing this. But when you know somebody, I guess you just tend to talk about them a little bit more. Hello, Estelle. I am well. How are you? All right, we are back to the meat grinder. This is Yonge Street. Have you done Center Island? No, I will in spring probably. Get off the sidewalk in that thing. Both of you, get off. It's nice to see a lot of these retailers open. Jenny says, Q rant? No, we've already had our bikes on the sidewalk rant for the day. And there is a... I forget what used to be there. Was that where Club Monaco used to be? Or is Club Monaco more to... No, I think Club Monaco is up there. This sunshine. Ooh, look at that. Nice charger. Adorable sees her store. Johnny will do a UV inspection in his apartment. No, I will not. That will not be happening. Thank you, Nivea. Club Monaco is closing their big flagship Yorkville location. That seems like a really big store. I'm not sure how they could afford staying there. I never really saw a big volume of people. Bikers have no place in the streets, says Jason. Well, they absolutely have a place on the road. They should be on the streets. They shouldn't be on the sidewalks unless they're kids. Club Monaco is nice, but too expensive for a non-designer. Club Monaco used to be very much in the same vein as the Gap. It was kind of a Canadian Gap. Then after Tommy Hilfiger bought them, they just went way, way upscale. And that's about when I stopped shopping there. There used to be a Gap next to that Pet Value. Thank you. Yeah, Ro, I agree. That definitely sucks. Anna Kay, I think only the Hospital Association called it a third wave. I don't think anyone else is referring to it as that. And the numbers are still relatively stable. I think we had like 300 new cases yesterday. And Ontario's cranking out the vaccines at a faster rate than other provinces. So I think we'll be okay. But what do I know about that? Here's where Sport Check used to be. That's just my opinion. You can disagree with me. But I think I have as much fatigue over this as everyone else. Ooh, is it a drag race? Hyundai versus BMW. You asked me for a recommendation on the best Chromebook to buy. I have never really researched Chromebooks, but I do think if all you're doing is surfing the web and even like just basic office stuff that you can do on Google Sheets and Google Docs, then a Chromebook is probably the way to go. But if you need anything beyond that, I could help you with a Windows machine. Have you ever been to Double D's? No, I have not. Oh, there's an old theater, the Capitol, and Enterprise Rent-A-Car has left Yonge Eglinton. That sucks. Rest in peace. I used to get my cars there. It's so close to where I live. Shazam, $13. Go buy yourself some dinner, friend. Shazam, thank you. Right after this stream, I'm going to pull out my Ritual application and I'll find a local restaurant and pick something up. So thank you very much, Shazam. Here's a salon I used to go to. And there's a guy there who worked there named Nick who was pretty good. And it was sort of my regular thing. But when I started going there, it was like $30. And then somehow it climbed to like almost $50. And then if you're going to tip at these places, you tend to tip at least $5. So it just got to the point where like, I'm not a $55 a haircut kind of guy. And as much as I like Nick and the job he did, I just can't justify $55 for a frickin' haircut. So I moved on to a cheaper place down the street. And eventually I found my way to that $13 East Chinatown haircut place. Oh no, there's a BMO going in where Sporting Life used to be. Barry Shute says S20 or S21. Do you need a micro SD card? If you do, I would go the S20. If not, just get the cheaper. Actually, I kind of like the S20 FE because you get that big honking battery. But they're both fine phones. So let's go behind this car here. Oh, this is Erskine Avenue. That's Midtown NIMBY Central. Thank you, Jax. Hey, I started a live stream from in front of that truck not too long ago. Toys, your little guy. You didn't give me a name. I'd give him a shout out, but I don't see a name there. Sorry guys if I'm missing some of your chats. We're in a busy area. I'm trying not to walk into people and trip over things. Go to wife rack. My friend who's a sommelier told me to only buy VQA wines. That's an association of Ontario wines. Bevy's old salon is above the shawarma shop. What, the Osmos over there? Yeah, the beaches and part of Leslieville. They will complain about someone trying to put in a blade of grass into a park. That place used to be some really fancy furniture shop. There's good old Beddingtons. Hello there. And there's the former Best Buy, which was also previously a Future Shop. And now, who knows what's going in there? Renovation. Oh, was it Restoration Warehouse? His name is Leo. All right, toys. Hello, Leo. I hope you enjoyed the video. Yeah, Susan, that would be it. Let me just, sorry, I'm checking something here. That parking garage is nice and safe. Yeah, Bookish, I think female and male haircuts are a world apart. So here is Broadway Avenue and Montgomery Avenue. So this area has a whole lot of history. Bevy is envious of my huge balcony. Not the correctly installed toilet paper roll. That's the old Postal Station K. Is your hair thin and wispy? I've often been told I have very Asian hair. It's kind of thick and hard to manage. If you're new to one of my streams, it's not uncommon to end up either here, because this is where I live, or sometimes I'll walk and finish up at Dundas Square. Sometimes I'll finish at or Dundas Square or City Hall or Riverdale Park. Those four places are where I end a lot of my streams. Hey, it's Marilyn, Dennis, and Jamar. Susan says that this condo here took out one of my favorite restaurants in the area. It was called the Korean Cowboy. Dan says my apartment is perfect for bringing girls home. You walk in the front door and you're already in the bedroom. It's kind of like most hotel rooms, isn't it? Colton, I had a friend who pointed out that usually there's a correlation between guys that can grow thick facial hair and body hair and going thin and balding up top. So since I grow very little facial hair and almost no body hair, apparently, statistically, I'm more likely to keep my hairline. It's less likely to thin out and recede. So that's the trade-off you get. You want to be one of those cool-looking, bushy beard hipsters. I guess you lose your hair later in life, statistically. Faxi says that's true. I've heard that's true, and just by observing people I know, that tends to be relatively true. Obviously, there's exceptions to that, but what was the old post office repurposed to? It's kind of like a bakery right now. There's where I often order dinner, Star King. Susan can't live in apartments with balconies because you're afraid of heights. Zach Galkanakis. Hey, I think stars who can afford hair transplants are not part of that. Estelle, 5 Australian bucks. Thanks for all the nice walks. Thank you, Estelle. And for people that live in Midtown Toronto, I believe this will be a Dollarama. This is the old home of Solutions. Oh, Susan, I order from Fucking Fabulous as well. Just Star King more. There's the Rosencrown. This is an old, very popular establishment here, and the former Yuck Yucks, now Absolute Comedy. That is a Toys R Us. That is indeed. And there is Chipotle. And the Duke of Kent on the left. Okay, let's loop around here. I'm going to go left on Roehampton here. And we're going to loop around this neighborhood for a bit. And then we'll come back up this way. Chaser348, I disagree. I have a huge balcony, and especially during the pandemic, it was so nice just to be able to sit out there and grab a beer. And in the mornings, when I was working from home, I would take my work laptop out there. I didn't have my multi-monitor set up when I was on the balcony, but it was nice to just do some work emails and have a coffee outside. A lot of newer buildings, you tend to get really small balconies that are not that functional, but in the older places you tend to get nice big useful balconies. I used to have a full barbecue on there. So here is North Toronto Collegiate. So we're just gonna bum around this familiar area for a little bit more. Lisa D. That sucks that you were rent-evicted. Susan says it's bad to face the bed towards the door. I'm not one to believe in superstitions. Will you come to Scarborough again? Yes, I will. I'm trying to do at least 2 or 3 videos a week that are a good distance from all the more usual common places. Rent eviction is evil. Yeah, it's only not evil if the building was in like such a state of disrepair that it was the only option to save it. But when it's done purely for greed and profit maximizing, I think it's horrible. And unfortunately, we have a toothless government that does not think of housing as a necessity. It sees it more as a development and profit opportunity. There's the athletic yard. This building here, actually that black one straight ahead is a rental building. Hello, world traveler. On a nice rainy day, one of those windy, cold, miserable rainy days, I'll go up and do a video through Scarborough Town Centre. Jenny would be worried about radiation from my TV. This part of Yonge and Eglinton here is like condo central. They're just popping up all over the place. Rogers is too powerful. I hope this Rogers takeover of Shaw does not include Freedom Mobile. If it does, that's a massive failure by our regulators. What is the time? I can't tell right now. There's the Minto Roehampton. Do I have a favorite sushi restaurant? Jab Bistro down on Richmond is easily, in my opinion, the best sushi and sashimi restaurant in Toronto. It's not cheap though, but you didn't say affordable. I agree, Athrol. If you can remember, a long time ago, Fido used to be sort of a value alternative carrier to Rogers and what was ClearNet, which later became TELUS and Bell. And then Rogers bought Fido and basically did what they will probably do to Freedom and just make it expensive and completely defeat the purpose. These things are kind of funky. Thank you, Barry. WRX Demand. Yeah, I tried to respond, but it's not always possible. I don't even see half of the chats and comments. Sobeys bought Longos. I kind of could see that happening. Danito says that's some awful street art. Okay, we're gonna head to Mount Pleasant, then I'm gonna walk along the north side of Eglinton back to Yonge and Eglinton, and we will end the stream. Dan asking if I got any more fan art. No. Why is this guy on the sidewalk? March down to Northern Collegiate Institute. Isn't that right across the street, Tom? But we're gonna go by what might be the biggest homeless shelter outside of the Seton House in Toronto. Can you please do Guildwood and Scarborough? We'll get there. There's the Roehampton Towers. Let me just check something here. Holy crap, my apartment tour video I posted on Johnny Stumbles at 12:15 today is already at 2,200 views right now. That is probably, for this short period of time, the most successful video I have had on that channel. So if you want to see what my apartment looks like, head over to Johnny Stumbles. There's a link in the description, and there's a video of me walking around my apartment. And then click the subscribe button. There's the old school. Susan says those are some thirsty views. You underestimated how nosy the public is. Did I? I built a channel based on exploring around around the public. I think I'm well aware of how nosy people are. Just in case you think I'm a shapeshifter, I do this every now and then just to show you that it's really me and not the walking man dude. Hail, dear Northern. So this here, the Roehampton Hotel, this used to be a hotel chain, and then during COVID, they took it over and turned it into a homeless shelter. And usually there's some security guards roaming around here. Colette, hello Colette. I look like Peaky Blinders. So, Northern wasn't a particularly great school when I went, says MJM. So there was a Yes? I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm not doing anything wrong. Wow. Sorry about that, guys. If it's visible from public, you're allowed to record it. I was not recording her. I was recording the building. She just said, take that shit off of me. I back down from people. Whoops, sorry. In recent videos, on the video I posted today on my Johnny Strides channel, if you go to the end of it, that video was supposed to be a video on the Johnny Stumbles channel, but because I was so lazy yesterday and I decided not to make any videos, instead of putting that video on my other channel, I uploaded it to this channel. But there's a guy in the end too who said, you don't have my permission to record me. Why would I need your permission? A, I'm not recording you. I'm just making a video around Toronto. If you happen to be walking in front of me, so be it. But yeah, I do not back down when people tell me to stop recording. They have no right to do that. So this is Mount Pleasant and Eglinton. So this is the future home of Mount Pleasant Station. The rat who plays... I forget the rest of your name, I can't read it, but this section looks like Queens, New York. Thank you, the rat. Thank you very much for the $10. Ryan rides, it kind of goes like this. So it's up to me to hold it perfectly. That's just the gimbal mode I'm using. Tony says ignore them. It's hard to ignore people when they're telling you not to do something you're allowed to do, though. I kind of object to people that think they're above the law. Also, if you don't want to be recorded, the last thing you should do is make a scene while someone's recording. Because then you're literally asking to be on camera. Like, if these people didn't do that, then they would just be little specks in the background. So what we're going to do now is walk back over to Yonge and Eglinton along Eglinton. The only good carrot is the one who's a regular viewer here. So much tech in my apartment. Am I self-taught? As far as doing anything related to this channel, yes. What I do is pretty basic, though. I don't even get into color grading or anything like that. Go to that hotel again. There's a 54B Lawrence bus. A Porsche Cayenne. Vivian Johnson. Thank you for joining in, and thank you for your super chat earlier. This isn't even Lawrence Park anymore. No. I usually title my live streams based on the area where I start. And then sometimes I'll go back and rename it. So I'll probably just throw and Midtown at the end of the title. But we walk through Lawrence Park South at the start. I was going to walk on the north side of Eglinton, but maybe I'll just stay here on the south side. Atherall says we've entered Tesla Town. I didn't think we were in for a 2-hour stream today. The rat who plays Danganronpa, good point. And there's, if you're in the Dundas Square area, there's cameras all over you there. When I recorded that assault, I didn't actually get the assault. I just got the lady being pushed over. And the police were able to get the full video from a camera that was right above where that happened. Susan is surprised I don't shop at this Loblaws. Coming up, Susan. Have you not listened to the many times I preach my laziness? There's a Metro much closer to me. There's the former Scruffies, rest in peace. They were a victim of the restrictions that forced them to not be able to serve customers. They used to be located down this way a bit, but they downsized and then they couldn't hang on. Maybe I'll have Rudy tonight. Tom, that did used to be a Golden Griddle. I had a chocolate chip covered pancakes there many times. This little area used to be a little hotspot of drinking at night. What's Rudy? Well, I don't want to. There's a couple walking across the street. I did want to stop and make it seem like I was panning the camera directly into them. There's Rudy. That's a hamburger place that's popped up. They have chicken sandwiches too. We do have a Burger's Priest here, but I think Rudy is the better burger joint in Yonge and Eglinton. Johnny Strides, what's the longest live stream on this channel? I think I've done one that went over 3 hours. I've done 4-hour streams on my other channel. I did a three and a half hour stream on Sunday. Jennifer Lee, I agree. Rudy over Burger's Priest any day. Here's Loblaws. This is a fairly small Loblaws. I think there used to be a Swiss Chalet where it is now. You like Burger's Priest, so you gotta try Rudy? Yep, the Swiss Chalet / Harvey's is coming up, but there used to be a standalone Swiss Chalet. I think right where this condo is. There was even a Boston Pizza here a long time ago. So a lot of these buildings here, even though they look decently sized, are actually up for redevelopment. A lot of them have development proposal signs on them. Is there a Licks? There is no Licks in this area. Estelle, thank you for the super chat earlier. Have a great night, Estelle. I've only lived in this area since July of 2014, although I've been coming here for a very long time. There's the local Fox. Hopefully they'll be open next Monday. And the Snakes and Lattes. Here's where the Harvey's and Swiss Chalet is. Clover says there's only one Licks left in Toronto, where they sing your order all over your food. Dylan, I don't understand what you're asking. Lisa, I first went to a board game cafe when I was in Korea, and I thought it was a really cool concept. I remember, why am I forgetting the name? I went to a bar, oh, it was called the Court Jester in Toronto, that was all board games and stuff. And that was the closest thing I remember us having to that. But then when I got to Korea, I went to a few board game cafes, and I thought this was a great concept. And then when I came back to Canada, Snakes and Lattes, and they opened up a Snakes and Loggers, started opening up. Jenny K says, I missed a super chat. Did I miss a super chat? Jenny K, what did I miss? Guys, what? I don't have any super chat notices. If I did miss a super chat, I'm super sorry for that. Let me see if I can track that down. There's Burgers Priest and the Playa Cabana. This is a neat little new area. $20 super chat by Barry. Right. Okay, let me see if I can find that. Barry, thank you very much for the super chat. You know what? I'm going through my history here, and I'm not seeing it. Barry, I'm going to have to track that one down. I'm so sorry I missed it. Barry Shoot, 1999. Thank you, Barry. It did not show up on my end, and I just scrolled through all my chat history here. No, I can't find it, but Barry, thank you very much. Did it have any text on it? Did he leave any message to read out? If he did, I'll be happy to repeat that. I'll take your word for it. No text. Okay, Barry, thank you so much. When I get home, I'm going to pull up my YouTube studio, and I will just make sure that went through. But thank you very much for the 1999, Barry. Very much appreciated. And we are here at Yonge and Eglinton. So guys, I will be ending the stream right here. Are you ever tired, MM? Yeah, I'm tired every morning when I wake up, and I don't want to get out of bed. And yesterday, I gave myself the whole day off. I did nothing yesterday. But once the stream gets a little bit above 2 hours, I'm going to sign off. But thank you, everyone out. Thank you for being good. Thank you to Bevy YHZ for modding. I saw that you got your first Patreon members video out today. Thank you very much for letting us know. I hope you guys all have an excellent Tuesday. I don't know the next time I'll stream. I normally stream Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, but because I did nothing yesterday, I just was out of gas and needed a day to do nothing, I thought I would come out and stream today. So does that mean I'll stream tomorrow? I don't know. Maybe yes, maybe no. Thank you, Colette. But either way, guys, thank you very much. Have a good night and stay safe.